Good morning, students. Let's continue the same chapter, that is chapter number 7, circulatory system. So far in this chapter we have learned till the topic blood. Today we'll be studying about another part of the circulatory system called blood vessels. Before starting this chapter, we missed one topic in the previous class, that is the function of the blood. So let me explain to you that one first, then only we will be starting this topic. If you are asked about the function of the blood, then you are supposed to say that the blood helps in the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide during respiration. Blood helps in the transport of digested food molecules, and blood helps in the transport of waste material produced in the body, and blood helps in the distribution of hormones, and finally the blood helps in the regulation of body temperature. So these are the points you can include whenever you are asked about the function of blood. Now let us come to the new topic, that is blood vessels. So if you are asked about the blood vessels, then how to define it? So we can say that blood vessel is a muscular tubular structure. Muscular tubular structure. Tubular means tube-like structure, pipe-like structure. So once again, blood vessel is a muscular tubular structure through which the blood runs. Okay, so this is how we can define the blood vessels. Here we need to understand that there are mainly three different types of blood vessels, starting from artery, vein, and then blood capillaries. Now we'll try to differentiate between these three different types of blood vessels and try to understand what exactly the artery is, vein is, and blood capillaries are, and we'll discuss about their functions also. Now let us first start with the artery. Artery are those blood vessels which take the blood away from the heart. They always take the blood away from the heart. So this can be the first difference, and then after that comes about the veins. They always carry the blood to the heart. Okay, from the different parts of the body, they collect the blood and drain it into the heart. So that is why we can say in a very brief way that veins collect the blood and carry the blood to the heart. Then again, about the blood capillaries, they are the blood vessels which joins or which connects veins with the arteries, or arteries with the veins. Okay, so this is the first point of difference. Then again, second point of difference, you can compare arteries and veins in terms of the type of blood which they carry. Artery always carries, most of the time they carry oxygenated blood, means the pure blood, the blood laden with oxygen. Okay, whereas the veins carry the blood, deoxygenated blood, that is the blood without the oxygen, impure blood. But here is the exception, that the arteries like pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood, and then again in vein also there is the exception, that is pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood, about which we will again discuss in the coming topic. Okay, so this question has been asked for many times, that name the blood vessel or name the artery which carry the impure blood or deoxygenated blood. Then you need to write the name pulmonary artery, and whenever you are asked about the vein which carry the pure blood, then you need to mention the name pulmonary vein. Then next, if you compare artery and veins in terms of their internal structure, okay, if you get the section, transverse section of these artery and veins, then they appear to be like this, okay, in the cross section. Now if you compare their wall, both artery and veins are composed of three different walls. They are three-walled structure. Okay, the innermost wall is called endothelium, and the middle wall is called tunica media, and the outermost wall is called tunica adventitia. Okay, but if you compare the wall, the thickness of wall of arterial veins, then what we find is that arteries wall of the artery are usually thicker as compared to the wall of the vein. So artery has thicker wall and vein has thinner wall. Then again the lumen means it is the cavity which is present inside this artery and vein. Okay, in case of artery this lumen is small, whereas in case of vein it is large. Okay, then again after that, if you talk about the blood capillaries, in blood capillaries only a single wall is present, that is endothelium. Okay, rest of the wall are absent. They are very thin. So that is why these blood capillaries perform the function. In the this particular blood capillaries helps in the exchange of food molecules, gases, as they have very thin wall. So through their wall, the food molecules can enter and exit. Okay, waste material can enter and exit. Okay, so regarding the function of blood capillaries, what they do is across their wall, the exchange of gases, the exchange of food molecules, waste materials usually occurs as they have a single wall in them. They are very thin walled blood vessels. Okay, then after that, we can also compare these blood vessels in terms of the presence and absence of valves. Now, throughout the length of the arteries and veins, what we see is that the valves, the lead-like structure present along the blood vessels, they are usually called valves. These valves are actually responsible for maintaining unidirectional flow of blood. Unidirectional flow of blood, that is, the flow of blood in one direction, because these valves always opens in one direction only. Like if the blood goes up, then it is not allowed to come back again, because this valve opens only in one direction. So that is why we say that valves helps in maintaining unidirectional flow of blood. And these valves are found at regular intervals along the length of veins, but it is absent in case of artery. So this is another point of difference, okay, between artery and veins. Then another point you can include, that is, in case of artery, the blood flows with a jerk. Okay, whereas in case of vein, the blood flows with a simple diffusion, slowly, not with a jerk. Okay. Then one more point of difference you can include, that is, these arteries are deeply seated inside the skin, not visible. Okay, but these veins are superficially seated, means close to the skin they are present. Okay, so these are the differences between arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. Now, one more point let us discuss. You can see this figure. Here it is shown that the major artery which arises from the heart, they are called aorta. This aorta further branches and forms artery, and this artery again further branches and forms arteriole, and arteriole further branches to form blood capillaries. And in the form of these blood capillaries, the blood vessels enters into the organ, each of the organ. Then whenever again they come out, again they join to form venule, venule joins to form vein, vein joins to form vena cava, vena cava is the major vein. Okay, then again vena cava opens into the heart. So this whole cycle shows that the circulatory system in human being is a closed type of circulatory system. Okay, it does not open into the spaces, okay, or the tissues. It is a closed system, so that is why human being circulatory system is also called closed circulatory system. I think in this video let us keep up to this. In the next video we'll continue with another topic. Thank you, students.